In recent weeks, a new wave of commentary has emerged from Abia State's political opposition. Social media clips, television appearances, and carefully rehearsed talking points have flooded the public space. At the center of this renewed campaign is a familiar name, Orji Kalu, former governor of Abia State, and voices speaking on his behalf, including Nollywood actress Doris Ogala. Their message is simple, repetitive, and calculated. Governor Alex Otti is doing nothing, only repeating old projects. But this documentary asks a critical question. Is this criticism grounded in facts, or is it political revisionism driven by desperation? Tonight, we examine records, timelines, infrastructure data, and lived realities across Abia State and contrast 8 years of past leadership with the less than 2 years of current governance. Political attacks rarely happen randomly. They follow patterns. In Abia's case, these attacks intensified after tangible changes became impossible to deny, particularly in Aba, Umuahia, and major arterial roads linking markets, schools, and hospitals. This is not unusual. Across Africa, former power holders often respond to reformist government with three familiar strategies: dismiss achievements, rewrite history, deploy third-party voices to launder credibility. When a former governor cannot convincingly defend his own records, surrogates speak on his behalf instead. Orji Kalu governed Abia State from 1999 to 2007, a full 8-year constitutional term. 8 years is not a trial period. 8 years is not opposition. 8 years is absolute executive authority. So what did Abia State look like at the end of that era? Aba roads largely collapsed, waste management almost non-existent, salaries owed and arrears normalized, public schools deteriorated, and healthcare facilities underfunded. Most importantly, Aba, the commercial heartbeat of the Southeast, was left structurally broken. This is not opinion. It is historical record supported by archives, media reports, and the lived experiences of Abians. Yet, today the same administration and era is being presented as productive without evidence. When Doris Ogala publicly criticized Governor Alex Otti, she did not speak as a policy analyst. She spoke as a political defender of a former principal. This is important. Across Nigeria politics, it is common to hire influencers, use celebrities, deploy talking heads, not to debate facts, but to confuse public memory. This technique is called narrative laundering, when an unpopular record is claimed through repetition, not results. But infrastructure does not lie. Budgets do not lie. Photographic evidence does not lie. Governor Alex Otti assumed office in 2023. Unlike previous administration, his governance approach has been data-driven, transparent, and execution-focused. Let us be clear, roads rebuilt are from foundation level, not resurfaced. Drainage systems were reconstructed. Aba's inner city roads and networks were revived. Public finance discipline was restored. Ghost workers removed, and contractors paid based on milestone, not connections. Calling this repainting is not criticism, it is intellectual dishonesty. Many of these roads never existed in functional form under previous administration. Others had failed repeatedly because they were built without engineering integrity. Former leaders often struggle with one painful truth. History moves on. When relevance fades, attacks increases, not because the current governor is failing, but because comparison is unavoidable. Abians are comparing them versus now, excuses versus execution, rhetorics versus results, and the contrast is uncomfortable for those who once held power. The ultimate judges are not politicians, they are not actresses, they are not press conferences, they are traders in our area, transport workers, civil servants, market women, students and hospital patients, and their verdict is spoken quietly, daily, in lived experiences. You cannot hire actors to replace realities. This is not about Otti. This is not about Orji or Kalu. This is about truth versus propaganda. Abia State has spent too long trapped in political theater. For the first time in decades, governance, not drama, is leading. And that, more than anything else, explains the noise. When progress becomes visible, lies become louder. If you believe facts should matter more than political loyalty, if you believe history should not be rewritten, if you believe Abia deserves better, subscribe to 1010 Media, share this documentary, leave your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. History is not written by the loudest voices. It is written by evidence, by timelines, and by lived experience. What we have presented in this documentary is not propaganda, it is not political praise, and it is certainly not hatred. It is recorded history. For too long, Abia State was trapped in a circle where those who failed in office returned later to lecture the people, not with facts, but with carefully crafted narratives. Today, Abians are seeing something different. They are seeing roads rebuilt from the ground up, public finances handled with discipline, governance replacing excuses, and delivery replacing drama. No amount of noise can erase visible progress. No paid actor can replace real-life experience. And no amount of shouting can rewrite 8 years of verifiable history. This is not about personalities, it is about performance. If you believe that governance should be judged by results, not revisionism, if you believe that public office is a responsibility, not a retirement plan, if you believe that Abia and the Southeast deserve truthful storytelling, then this channel exists for you. Subscribe to 1010 Media for fact-based documentaries on Igboland, governance and development. Like this video to help the truth reach more people. Share this documentary so history is not rewritten by noise. Comment respectfully. Facts strengthen conversations. Insult weakens them. Progress does not need defenders. It only needs time. Thank you for watching. This is 1010 Media, where facts speaks louder than politics.